Here we have the November Freshwater Bass and Yellas Tackle Club box. Now we've got you covered in all bases from surface to deep water with this one, and it's a cracker. But let's face it, they all are. But let's start off with surface. The cicadas are chirping. It's noisy in the early mornings. It's noisy in the evenings. These cicadas are going nuts. So we've got the perfect lure here for you again. This is the Rivet to Sea Buggy Pop 35. So this is essentially a little surface crawler. Tiny, tiny, tiny surface crawler that resembles a little cicada. Now you're gonna have to fish with fairly light line to cast this. I normally work anywhere from 6 to 10 pound. Which when you're fishing light lures like this still ensures that you've got enough strength, but a light enough line to actually get a long cast out. So with your little buggy pop, you're going to tie her on, long cast out. As soon as it hits the water, pause, wait. Those rings that come up from when the lure hits the water, you're going to let them get a couple meters away from your lure. So the water's still near where your lure hit. If no action or no inquiries, that's where you can start your slow roll. And this thing was just blip, 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 along the top, which can be so much fun this time of year. Surface fishing, when the cicadas are out, you know it's go time. If no interest after 3-4 slow rolls, pause again, and don't be afraid to pause for a long time. Then you can start your slow roll again. Blip, 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 blip. Next up, we're gonna go over to the Arashi Rattling Deep 10. So this is a deep diving crank. Kind of looks like a chubby, but much bigger. These things are great for yellow belly. I've used these for yellow belly quite often and caught some solid bass as well. Now, the first thing you might notice is the bib on the front. It looks a little bit different. Now, this is made out of a circuit board, essentially, like the motherboard chip that you see in a computer. It's the same kind of thing as that. There's a self-tuning lip as well. So you don't have to worry too much about this thing not swimming right or not swimming true. The self-tying or the self-tuning lip on this makes sure that it swims right pretty much every single time. With this one being a deep diver, it gets down deep and it gets down deep quickly. So where you've got those steep banks coming off, or you've got maybe a lay down, a fallen tree in a skinny creek or skinny river that you don't have much room to pop a long cast out, pop your cast in there, start working this, and this thing's just going to go, rather than swimming down like that, it's going to get down deep. It's going to down deep quick. So you're getting right down along that structure, right down deep, covering that full water column in only a shorter period or a shorter space of water, which is absolutely dynamite. Now, if you are fishing deeper water and you want to cover ground or even work vertically, then we've got the Rapala Rip and Wrap. These things have crazy loud rattles in them as well. They're great. They're a little vibration style lure and awesome weight to them, really good weight to them. So you're going to get long casts with them. You don't have to worry about fishing a light line. I'm going to fish with this 10 pound and up if you need to. But you can get a long cast out, especially if you're fishing the impoundments. Long cast out, let it sink down, slow roll back, 3, 4, 5 lines, pause, let it sink back down. But if the fish are holding higher up in the water column, just keep that slow roll going and this thing will just vibrate right through that school. If you're sitting over top of a school, so you've got your sounder going, your fish finder going, and you've got arches galore underneath you, don't worry about the long cast. Just drop this baby straight down and just work it vertically, either with short, sharp rips, or I'll drop it down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winds, just vibrating it straight up through them. Pause, open the bail arm, let it drop back down again. Slow roll back up. That can also work a treat as well. Then we've got 2 soft plastic options here, 2 paddle baits. First one being your Mag Bite Snatch Bite Shad, which is like a thin little bait fish profile. And then you've got your Pontoon 21 Homunculus Awaruna. Two different plastics, two similar profiles, but because of this, I'll actually rig them up slightly differently. The mag bite, I'm probably more inclined just to chuck a straight jig head on this. Straight jig head, straight to my line, ready to go. Fish this in more open water. A lot of casts, covering a lot of water a lot of the time, maybe a heavier jig head to get it down deeper. And then the Pontoon 21, I'll probably have it on a slightly lighter jig head, like a 1/4 ounce, and then chuck on a little beetle spin. So that's a little, kind of like a spinnerbait wire with a little blade on the back. You can hook that onto the jig head and you're ready to go. So then you've got both heavy structure and open water covered if you've got multiple rods to fish multiple situations. Now in every box this month, we've also included this tackleclub.com.au little keyring bottle opener. So if you're ever stuck on the water or off the water and you can't get out and you can't get your beer open, we've got you covered with the Tackle Club keyring bottle opener. Now if you want to check out this box or any of the boxes in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au, pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club.